Okay, guys, another one of the questions that Mike Smith brought up was in regard to plant spirits. And it's not just plant spirits, it's animal spirits and rock spirits, planetary spirit. Everything has a spirit that can be communicated with if you are open to it and if you know how. Now, there's people that know this when they communicate with their pets, and they know what their pets want, and they know what their pets are thinking. There are people that have been made fun of for a very long time that are called tree huggers that really do hug trees. I am one of them, and communicate well with trees. I happen to love communicating with trees. You can communicate with the wind. You can communicate, there's a lot of people that are very good at communicating with gems, all different kinds of gems. And all of these things can be communicated with. When you, and the reason why this came up, I think, is our discussion about ayahuasca. Because people will take ayahuasca and they'll report really having scary experiences with that, and then others that have really good experiences with that. And it's because ayahuasca is not just pure DMT, and DMT itself, which I believe is illegal just about everywhere, which I can understand why they would make sure that it was, since DMT itself, although it's very short, for a very short period of human time, it does connect you with the other side pretty suddenly, where I died, where I went when I died, and beyond. So if you stayed there, you could definitely pick up a lot of cool stuff. But in order to get there with, most people get to the DMT thing via ayahuasca or something like it, which frequently means that you're connecting with plant spirits, or when you've got a lot of them all put together, usually I think people call that plant elementals. And that is just a really like all plants, so to speak, or all trees, or all diamonds, or all whatever. So it can be, not only do they have a lot of knowledge, but they can be a very powerful experience, and it can look very much like scary things if you're communicating with them via something like ayahuasca. So it can be interpreted through a human's experience as very scary stuff, which is the reason why I think a lot of people communicate with all of these beings via feeling more than anything, because they don't really speak, none of them really speak English or human language, so the communication is done more from an instinctual feeling like place. And if you incorporate visualization in it, like is what happens with ayahuasca, then it can look very, very scary. But if you learn to communicate with any and all of these beings, these consciousnesses, these gods in other form, kind of like you and every other human, then it can be very, very enlightening. It can be very calming. You can get a lot of, even if you don't understand the exact, if they can't communicate in human speech, then you certainly can get an overwhelming feel of it's going to be okay, and everything is just fine, and that they love you. All of those type feelings you certainly can get by interacting with these beings on whatever level that you want to. Fire's another one that is pretty easy, or easier, I would say, for most people to connect to. But if you understand that they are just a part of the one, and that they are a form of consciousness that is no better, no less than you are, they're just communicating in a different way in this 3/4D planetary Earth, then you will I think your life will be affected in a very positive way. And of course, the more that you communicate with them, more be open to it and go with your instincts and the feelings that you receive by interacting with them, so that you believe that you're actually communicating with them. The more that you do that, the clearer those vibrations, you'll be able to interpret those vibrations. And the clearer that you can interpret the vibrations, the more that you will have the belief that you are actually communicating with them, and then the communication will improve with each and every step that you go. Like I've always said, the more you believe something, the more you are taken to timelines where it improves. The universe will give it back, and then some. So if you all have any questions or any other curiosities about interacting or communicating with any of the elementals, any of the other beings on this planet in any way, shape, or form, be sure and comment below or email me. But basically it works the same way with all of them. Any of them that don't speak English, you're probably going to get a feeling from them first of all. And it is based on your belief, and your belief in that, yes, you did get a response. And then it will grow from there. And it'll become clearer and clearer the more you practice it. And they can, all of them, certainly everything. That's the reason why people go to nature, because it feels better. It feels calming, is because those beings out there are very much in the flow, and they're very much from a place of everything is exactly the way it's supposed to be. Everything is just fine. Everything, all is well. All is well. So that is certainly the reason why I go into nature, is for that overwhelming feeling that all is well and everything is going just fine. Okay? So, like I said, if you have any more questions about these particular areas and talking to any of these beings, or you've had experiences with these beings, I would love to share them with you. So comment below or email me, okay? Love you guys. Big hugs. And I'll see you later. Bye.